Hey everyone, welcome to my channel guys, and yes, I will be reacting to a JIN related video because it's his birthday. Wishing our beautiful Ginny a very happy birthday. And of course it's December and this is the month that he's gonna go for his military service. I think the date that was announced, or rather I should say was leaked in a way, because JIN did not want that. He said so in his live, I think, or did he say that? Yeah, I think he said so in his live, that he did not want that news to get spread out like that. That's not the way he wanted it to be known to us. But the date that we got is 13th of December. So wishing JIN all the best for that as well. I hope that he just does his military service safely and comes back with amazing music once again. That's what he told when Hobie called him in when he was giving his mama speech. So that's what he told, and I'll come back and I'll give you some amazing music. I'll come back with some amazing music. So yes, I'm pretty sure that he will. And I was wondering, thank you for giving suggestions. You guys gave me a lot of suggestions of compilations and stuff like that. I thought of doing a funny video, but it'll be a while since he won't be with us making music and as part of the group. So I just wanted to do a reaction which truly appreciates his vocals, his talents as a vocalist. So this channel, Boracity magazine, that I've come to really love, she does amazing video essays and commentary videos on BTS and things related to BTS. So she made a video quite some time back and I had parked it for specifically for a reaction on JIN's birthday. So this is JIN, a silver voice that deserves more, and she has put timestamps of every song, like literally every song that JIN has sung, and that I think it has Awake, Epiphany, Tonight, Moon, Abyss, Yours, Super Tuna, then Epiphany, Demo, and the Astronaut. So I thought this was more fitting. It's almost a 25-minute video, and I love him as a vocalist. I love him as a human being, and I've always told you that. I mean, JIN though has a very special place in my heart, and he's a very rare soul, a beautiful soul, and yeah, and he has a very beautiful voice, which absolutely deserves more. I mean, he's worldwide handsome and all of that, but on everything aside, he's a great vocalist and a great human being. So yes, let's appreciate his vocals and the songs that he has sung. JIN, a silver voice that deserves more. Let's check this video out.
JIN debuted in BTS in 2013, and unlike other members, he had no experience singing, rapping, dancing, or composing.
Yeah.
And if you know a little of BTS history, you will probably know that JIN was scouted on the streets as he was exiting a bus.
Yes, I know
so
this.
Did he become a BTS member only because of his beauty? Of course not. He went through many auditions and beat many other trainees. He was determined to pursue a career in music, and that's why he practiced more than anyone. And this improvement did not only happen before debuting in BTS. What happens sometimes is that once people debut in a group and this group becomes successful, they stop trying. There is no growth anymore. JIN's story is the complete opposite.
Yes.
Nowadays, there is a lot of appreciation for JIN's singing by armies and music critics.
Yes.
The Recording Academy even described it as a silver voice because he's
I just wanna can easily switch from here. I have told you this a lot of times, like his voice, his and Jungkook's voice are the most stable for me. I find them the most stable voice on stage when they do live performances.
is so stable that he can easily switch from his head voice to his chest voice,
Right.
still equipped with a natural vibration and pleasing falsetto. And let's not forget that JIN gets a standing ovation after a standing ovation. However, many still see him in the light of K-pop lines, and unlike other BTS members who sing, JIN is not the main vocal, the lead vocal, or part of the dance line. And I think this is probably because he had no background in music.
Got it.
And my problem with this is that it gives the wrong idea to casual listeners and new audiences that he is the least talented or that he is not as talented as the other members. And I talked about this in my video, The Problem with K-pop Lines. But what I said in that video is that analyzing BTS with these K-pop concepts is extremely extremely damaging because it makes you have a preconceived notion of who Jin is and how important his role in the group is. The truth is that Jin is a vital part of BTS, and not
Absolutely.
because he is the visual, but because just like the other members, he brings a musical component that is unique to the group.
I agree.
This is just the way I see it, but I also want to know your perceptions. But for me, Jimin brings the most feminine and unique voice to BTS. Taehyung brings the darkest and most soulful voice to BTS. Jungkook brings a stability
actually
and a
kinda-
modern voice to BTS. And Jin,
You know what? This is actually the simplest way that you can kind of categorize the vocal line contribution, that what is everybody's strength, because everybody's style, specifically when I'm talking about the vocal line, is very unique in terms of the way they sing. And that goes back to the time when Namjoon and the members talked about how they do the line distribution in BTS. Is that when they make the song, they give the entire, like, every member sings different parts, and then they pick and choose that which part suits which member the most, and that member gets the line. And that's how they do the line distribution, because it's about the song. It's not about who is singing it, but the song needs to feel correct and right, and the message of the song needs to go properly. So that's what I clearly remember, that when they decide on the line distribution of the members. So, and this is a very unique aspect, because that kind of helps you understand the theme of the song. Because if Tay is singing a song in a very dark voice, or soulful, so depending, because if you give a romantic kind of a sound to Tay, he'll really do justice to that. If you see his solos like Sweet Night, or if you see a song like Christmas Tree, Christmas Tree is my 6th most played song of my 2022 rap. Yes, yes. So it brings a different kind of soul to the song. If you give the same song to Jungkook, it'll have a different kind of emotion. So if you give the same song to all these 4 members, it'll emote, and we will perceive it and receive it in a different way. And I think the way she has categorized this is quite. I think I will agree to this. I will solely agree to this, that this is very
brings
simplified
the
way, but
beautiful
it makes
classical
sense.
voice to BTS. By this, I don't necessarily mean a classical perfect vocal technique, even though he's mostly praised for his technique. What I mean is a classical sound that is still fresh in modern music. The music critic Kim Jong-dae said, "Silver voice implies everything from characteristics of Jin's voice to sensibility in it.
Okay.
When listening to Jin sing live, it feels like silver lights are radiating, which makes the audience absorbed in his songs. His voice has very good texture."
Yeah.
뭔가 이 진영이 확실히 좀 그 어떤 이 한국적인 노래들의 감성을 잘 살려준 곡이고 진영이었을 때 굉장히 확실히 진영이 이런 곡을 잘하는구나라고 굉장히 많이 느꼈던
This is why everyone says that Jin shines the most in the Japanese releases. This is because Japan loves pop ballads and other genres with this style of vocals.
Okay.
This is what the latest Japan Hot 100 sounds like.
Okay. Correct.
And this is how Jin sounds in BTS's Japanese releases,
Crystal
which by the
Snow.
way were big in Japan.
The stars. I don't know this song. This I know. For You to I know. Those 2 songs I didn't know. My favorite, Crystal Snow. I would say, I think Japanese songs, Jin, of course, and also I want to add Jimin. These 2, they just completely, I don't know what is it about the Japanese songs, but always Jin and Jimin stand out for me.
And I think this type of sound and musical element JIN brings to the group is also very visible in JIN's solo songs.
Literally all his solos are just a chef's kiss. I
The
love
first time we got to
all.
listen to a JIN solo song was in 2016. The Wings album was a very complicated project in which all the members had their own solo song in a BTS album for the first time. The Wings album explored the concepts of temptation and growth, and it had the perfect combination of references to the coming-of-age novel Damien, as well as true reflections of the members' lives. This is why JIN's solo song, Awake, is about the struggles of bettering himself and the insecurity that comes with it. Like I said, JIN learned how to sing and dance from scratch, and the reason why he got so far was because he was determined.
This is why I just like, JIN has a special place in my heart because, he started from nothing, guys. It's just, I have immense respect. Like, he is the live, living example of what you can achieve if you just have a strong will to do it. Really.
But being part of a competitive world and also being part of an extremely talented group can make you doubt yourself. In this song, JIN sings about 6 flowers, which likely represent the other 6 members of BTS. And what he says about them is that even though he's scared, he holds these 6 flowers tightly and has faith that this is his fate.
It's amazing now how the song is like generally about him and the members, and it also fits so beautifully in the BU storyline as well.
This song does not only represent the start of JIN's journey in solidifying a personal musical identity, but also it complements the group. Again, look at the vocal line in this album. Jimin brings the most feminine and unique sound to BTS. Taeyeon brings the darkest and most soulful sound to BTS. Jungkook brings stability and the modern sound to BTS. And JIN brings the beautiful classical sound to BTS.
I cannot even begin to imagine how much this song has helped armies. Like, I know for a fact that I have only read so many comments on my channel, on other channels, like how Epiphany as a song has helped armies heal and get motivated, and just this is such a comfort song for so many armies, so many armies across the world. So that's just iconic in itself.
JIN's second solo song came out 2 years after the first one, and is one of the most popular BTS self-acceptance and self-love anthems.
Correct.
Epiphany represents JIN's growth in those past 2 years. He went from a person full of insecurities to someone who accepts himself. Here, JIN keeps bringing this special element to a BTS album.
This album is something, Love Yourself. Like, this album is so iconic, I cannot even put in words.
And I also think JIN took the hottest role in the Love Yourself Answer album, because he literally marks the realization, the epiphany, that you need to accept yourself to start healing. Just
Correct.
look at the contrast. Epiphany comes right after Tear, and before I'm Fine.
This album, I'm telling you, is literally like something, man.
With this, I'm not saying that with this song, JIN becomes completely confident and never doubts himself ever again. But recognizing who you are, having this epiphany, is the first step
Yes,
into loving yourself.
correct.
So JIN is not only telling the story of the
And
album,
I
he's
have seen all live performances of Epiphany. Like I think I've reacted to most of the Epiphany lives, but I've seen like all stages of Epiphany, and every time I've cried, you know, with that high note of JIN. And even now I watched, I you know, on like myself only, I keep watching so many of their live performances again, and Epiphany is, I can very confidently say, is one of my most watched live performances of Songjen. So yeah, this song is like, the way he sung this live is just, it's better than the studio version. And I mean, remember when Proof came and I reacted to Epiphany demo version? I mean, that was iconic in itself. That demo version itself is so iconic.
Also interpreting that story on stage while showing his true emotions, all at the same time. Not anyone can do this. Festa is a yearly event in which BTS celebrates their debut anniversary by sharing unofficial songs, pictures, videos, and other special content. So after helping in the songwriting process for Awake, JIN released his first self-written song, Tonight, as part of the 2019 Festa. Just like before, JIN chose lyrics that are very personal to him. JIN was inspired to write Tonight after the losses of his pets.
Right.
Changwoo, a stray dog that spent his last 12 years with JIN and who passed away in 2017,
Okay.
and Omog and
Oh, I
Odin,
did not know
JIN's
about the dog. I thought about these two, like Omok and Odeng. I knew that it's for them. I did not know that it was about the dog also.
sugar gliders that passed away in 2018 and 2019. The lyrics are not explicitly about pets. It's more about the fear of loss in general. But JIN also expresses the ways in which he deals with grief, the memories of his loved ones, and the fear of being alone. This is a beautiful song that is not only extremely personal to him, but it also shows JIN's desires to keep growing as an artist. He didn't have to write this song. It wasn't an obligation or even part of an album, but he decided to first release it for free on SoundCloud because he wanted to. This composition is part of his growth and shows that he doesn't only want to be a performer in BTS. He wants to be and is an artist. Tonight is one more proof of that. So up until this moment, JIN is bringing this one specific element I'm talking about with ballads or pop ballads. However, this is BTS and they do unexpected things. So in 2020, BTS released the album Map of the Soul 7, and I think the element JIN would usually bring to the album was more present in Louder Than Bombs, an OT7 song, not a JIN solo. Instead, JIN's solo song was Moon, a spacey guitar pop in which JIN shows his classical musical element in a different setting. This song is about the moon's love for the earth, and it represents JIN and BTS's love for ARMY. JIN is singing as if he was the moon and says that while the earth shines solely by existing, he is just a tiny star that brightens up the earth's heart. The lyrics also express the moon's insecurities, as well as the moon's admiration and gratitude to the earth, because without the earth, the moon has no purpose in existing. And despite not being the classical ballad you will expect from JIN, it still feels like a JIN solo song.
Yeah,
like I said, the Japanese charts are full of songs with the same type of element JIN brings to the group. And these are not only ballads, these are songs of different genres with this one specific element. Moon was like this. It was an unpromoted solo song, which was not a single, and it didn't even have a music video. But it debuted at number 75 in Japan's Billboard Hot 100. Rolling Stones named it the 7th best song of 2020 and the 5th best boyband song of all the time. This song is one of many BTS's tributes to ARMY. It's JIN's promise to stay by ARMY's side and to be ARMY's helpful guy.
I just love the way, I mean, that's why I love this channel so much, because Firstly, though, her voice is so soothing. Secondly, the way everything gets compiled on this channel, like all the I have not seen all the videos, but a couple of videos of this channel that I have watched, they're so well articulated, well researched, really beautiful. I was listening to the song this morning only.
Compositions is that it's never forced. Jin writes when it's most necessary in his life. That's why he wrote Abyss in 2020, right after the release of the album Map of the Soul 7, one of BTS's most challenging and promising projects. The pandemic started, and with that, many uncertainties came for everyone in the world.
Yeah.
BTS has said that they struggled a lot during this time, and this didn't stop when BTS's popularity doubled during the pandemic, because the discrimination and unfair criticism also doubled. This is what Jin wrote for ARMYs when he released the song 2 hours before his birthday. Recently, I said I don't want to share my sad emotions with the fans because I only want to show them good things.
Yeah.
However, when it comes to music, it's a different story. I think it'd be okay to show the fans such emotions through music. To be honest, I experienced a major burnout lately, achieving #1 on Billboard Hot 100, getting congratulated by many people, but am I someone who can receive all of this? Is it okay that I get to have this joy and receive these congratulations? Those were thoughts I had, and the deeper I was submerged in thoughts, the more painful it felt, and that's why I think I wanted to put everything down. And these thoughts and feelings are the reason why Abyss exists. This song is not a big orchestral ballad like Awake or Epiphany, or a happy acoustic pop song like Moon. It's actually a mix of both. It has a calm guitar sound as well as dark lyrics and singing that express loss. Loss in the sense of not knowing where you are emotionally.
Correct.
Like standing in an abyss. The abyss Jin describes is obviously very dark, and it can mean many things, but what I think it represents is the fame that comes with being a singer.
Yeah.
Jin starts the song saying that he is willingly walking into the sea. And that although all he sees is darkness, he wants to know more about this place. However, the deeper he gets into the sea, the more breathless he becomes.
God, his solos
I
are
think this
so
is a
beautiful
beautiful way
now.
of expressing his fears. He wanted to get to the abyss because he wanted to be a singer, but the music industry is a dark place with lots of uncertainties, and despite all this, he wants to stay there.
This is the reason. That's why, guys, armies. That's why I always say in so many of my videos that you need to really not pay attention to the haters. Like because most of the haters, most of the people who are BTS antis or whatever you want to call them, they are very, like, they have only experienced this group in a surface level, and they have the most ridiculous reasons to hate this group. Like the most ridiculous, I mean, when I listen to the reasons, I just laugh. It's funny. It's actually funny, and I feel sorry for these people because you are filled with hatred for someone who probably doesn't even affect your life in any way. They're just doing their jobs, and I mean, you hate them because they put makeup, because girls are crazy about them, because the fandom is so huge, because they all look the same. But like, these are the stupid reasons that people give, like they're feminine or whatever you want to call. So most of the reasons for hate are extremely surface level. So that's why I always say don't pay heed to them, because they don't have the time and they'll never put the effort to actually look into the lyrics, understand what is the thought behind putting a particular song out, or what is the thought behind putting a particular kind of music out by these guys. So yeah, like, chill.
Because if he closes his eyes, he'll find us there.
Oh, I love this song so much.
JIN released Yours in 2021 as part of the soundtrack of the South Korean TV
This is
drama
my ninth
Jason.
most played
And this
song
is
in
my weird
Spotify.
theory because I have no proof that this happened. But I think that the ones who wrote this song listened to Abyss and said, let's do that, but in the context of the series. Because JIN didn't write this song, but the parallels with Abyss are insane. The lyrics talk about wandering in a dark place and being trapped in that place. And although all he sees is darkness, he wants to get closer to this
Oh,
place.
I did not realize that. Whoa. Okay, this is blowing my mind right now. I did not realize this. It is insanely similar. It is. Like, yeah, she ain't lying.
And he's staying there because he has faith in finding that special person there. I think all these parallels with JIN's solo songs like Abyss make him the perfect singer to interpret this song. There's literally no better choice. This ballad has the exact musical style I'm talking about, which includes a big orchestral sound, high notes, very emotional, very hard to sing, a standing ovation material. And it also has JIN's typical style of writing, and it expresses very heavy emotions. So, after the emotional journey that is
Super
JIN's
Tuna!
solo discography, we get to Super Tuna.
So cute.
Remember when I said that JIN writes music whenever he feels like it? Well, this is that. Super Tuna is a fun song about JIN's love for fishing.
Oh man. This has to be the most random drop by JIN. I swear this was literally the most unexpected and random drop by JIN. And then JIN said, don't do the dance challenge, don't make the song viral. And exactly the opposite thing happened. Oh, it was fun. It was really fun to dance to this. Like, I learned this dance in 5-10 minutes, and then I posted it on my Instagram. It was so much fun.
And again, he released it because he wanted to. This is not a promoted song for a TV series or part of a BTS album. JIN actually wanted this song to have a B or C grade vibe, and he had some drinks while recording the track. JIN said he was incredibly embarrassed by it and believed that we will also get secondhand embarrassment. JIN said there was hesitation whether such a B or C grade track with an awful quality music video and accompanying choreography befits his current station.
It's so much fun.
But I think we all love this song.
Totally.
The choreography went viral, and the special performance video has views that an official music video would have. So thank you, JIN and producer Bumsu, for giving us the amazing Abyss as well as the amazing Super Tuna.
Oh, please. The demo
In
version.
2022, BTS released their anthology album Proof.
Like the fact that the demo Epiphany became such a hit. Like literally everybody, like all of us were talking about it. All of us were like Epiphany demo, because when this released and for my reaction I was like, Epiphany demo, Epiphany demo, Epiphany demo. I'm like, okay, fine, yeah, I'll listen to it. And when I listened to it, I was obsessed with it. I'm still obsessed with it.
It shows their journey to global success as well as their growth as artists. It has 3 CDs, and the third one includes demo versions of past songs by each member. JIN's demo song was his demo version for Epiphany, and you would probably notice that the lyrics don't really make sense. This is because they are not meant to make sense at this stage. In this part of the songwriting process, JIN is looking for melodies to sing on top of the instrumental. So JIN's demo version has the melodies he came up with. He said for Weavers magazine, I was already in a when I feel like it mindset by that point, so I spent about a week writing that version, but it was harder than I expected. The beat was a little hard to write a melody for. The chorus was the very first thing I wrote while working on the music, but listening to the version that's on Proof, it wasn't too bad. But in the end, I felt like the current and final version of Epiphany is a little more polished. So JIN's demo for Epiphany shows us an alternative way in which JIN could have sung the melodies.
It's beautiful. I love the demo version.
as well as the melodies Jin wrote that actually got to be part of the final version, which was none other than the chorus.
Yeah. So my husband also likes this song a lot, The Astronaut. He really likes this song.
Jin's latest release and also his official solo debut was The Astronaut, and it has two
I'm waiting for my
messages.
album to
Thank
arrive,
you,
yaar.
and I'll be back. Jin said for MTV News, The Astronaut talks about an astronaut who accidentally lands on Earth, but decides to settle down to stay with his loved one's army. So the music video starts with a shot of the astronaut's spaceship right after it crashed on Earth. Since his spaceship is completely destroyed, the astronaut starts a new life in this planet where he met this little girl who represents Army. The astronaut bonds with Army, and they share a lot of moments together. But one day, the astronaut sees on the news that a mysterious beam of light was spotted in the sky. He sees the light outside his window and knows that it's time for him to leave, so he gets ready. Then we get to know that the astronaut is actually from the moon, because he leaves a magazine which says "Once More to the Moon." This is also a reference to Jin's song Moon, in which he says that he revolves around Army, like the moon revolves around Earth. After this, the astronaut leaves his helmet with Army so she can ride her bike safely while he's not on Earth, and then he starts running to get to his spaceship. But while he's leaving, there are many people getting on his way, and there are multiple signs that tell him to stop. He also keeps remembering his life with Army before getting into his spaceship, and from here, there are two theories. Some people say that in this moment, the astronaut chooses to stay on Earth and doesn't actually leave to space. However, the other theory, and the one I believe in, says that he does leave because he is seen on space. And yes, the scene of Jin on space lasts probably 10 seconds, but that's the point he wants to get across. His duty is to go for a while, but he will come back sooner than we think because he wants to be on Earth with Army.
This makes more sense. This one makes more sense because I also thought till now that he goes, he realizes that he doesn't want to go and he returns back. But yeah, this one makes more sense because he's in space and because that represents his military duty that he has to do, and then he comes back.
After the spaceship leaves him on Earth, the place the astronaut considers home, he looks for someone to get him back to Army's side. And it can be seen that the astronaut got a tattoo on his neck that spells Army in Braille. After the song ends, he is seen...
And a lot of people told me that the truck on which he gets, that represents the members because that truck is similar to the one that was in The Most Beautiful Moment. So that was kind of cool.
In his room once again, and Army rings her bike's bell, letting him know that she is still there. So as we all know, this is a beautiful representation of Jin leaving for 18 months for his military enlistment. He's basically thanking Army.
Oh my god, I just realized, I mean, it's most likely that this is gonna happen, but the time when Jin comes back, I mean, it's not sure. I'm just putting it out there, it's not official or anything, but I feel that by the time Jin comes back and returns back from his service, I will probably have a little Army on my lap by that time. Yes. Just letting you. I feel that. What are you guys will be doing in 2025? Please let me know.
His family and creating a place he can call home. He is also saying that duty is calling and he needs to leave for a while, although some people don't want him to. As we know, the South Korean government kept giving BTS stop signs as ways to make them stay, although they never asked for an exemption. And the government never made a final decision. Instead, the government and other entertainment agencies kept playing with their future. So BTS and JIN decided to do
and I'm so happy.
Them.
That's why I think when this announcement came, I was so happy to see this on Weverse. Like, yes, this is a decision that they took. This is not a decision that the government took.
to serve. The music video also tells us that Jin is going to be back sooner than we expect. All we need to do is ring that bell so he can hear it once again. I also think the bell sound is another reference because BTS
Army,
almost
yeah.
named army as bell.
When you say bell in Korean, it sounds like 방울. So it starts with the same word.
Okay.
Bang. So when we think of the fan name, somebody brings up the idea like, what about the bell?
It's also important to know that the Astronaut was co-written by Chris Martin of Coldplay.
This was beautiful. I am so happy I went to watch this concert in the theater when the live viewing was happening. And I got to see Jin perform live and it was just so beautiful, yeah.
Extremely close to BTS, so much so that we see in the music video many Coldplay posters, the guitar Chris Martin gifted to Jin, and even Chris makes a cameo as a news anchor. As we can tell, both Chris Martin and Jin love making references to space. Jin previously sang about the moon, Coldplay's latest album has a space concept, and their collaboration with BTS is called My Universe.
Yeah.
So this song with Jin was the perfect collaboration.
Yes.
Coldplay even gave Jin the opportunity to sing this song in one of their concerts in Argentina.
He sang so well.
So, is this goodbye? Is this Jin's last performance? No. Jin said during Festa that his first solo album will probably come out after the other 6 albums, so it can be assumed that it will be out after he comes back. So basically, we're going to have to wait what we already waited for when he released his first solo song, because Awake came out in 2016 and Epiphany came out in 2018. So the wait is the same, except that this time we will get Jin's official first solo album. So cheer up, stream the Astronaut as well as every other Jin's solo song. They are all finally on Spotify. And I told you that Japan loves Jin's musical style because the Astronaut just reached a new peak of number 4 on Japan's Billboard Hot 100 and it debuted at number 51 in America's Billboard Hot 100.
Wow.
This is the highest Korean solo act on the chart this decade. So let's keep supporting Jin because he is just starting.
This song is so beautiful. No, I'm not crying. Whenever I listen to Astronaut, I feel like crying. I don't know why. See, my eyes have already welled up. Yes, yes. I'm an emotional person. What to do? So that was Jin, who has a silver voice, which we all love, and I'm so glad that I reacted to this. I think this was this made perfect sense to me to react to on his birthday. This completely made perfect sense. I was like, no, this is the video that I will definitely, react to the compilation, all of that. I know there are a lot of other Jin videos. Bangtan TV also released another video for the Astronaut merch. It's like almost a half an hour video. I have not watched it yet. But the thing is that I was like, no, there has to be, like, I wanted to give Jin that, on his birthday. I wanted to react to a video which really, really appreciates his artistry. And this was the video that I shortlisted. I was like, no, this is perfect. I absolutely want to do this. And yeah, I'm glad that I reacted to this. So guys, yeah, we'll give all your wishes to Seokjin in the comments below. And yeah, very, very happy birthday to him. I wish him nothing but the best. I wish all the members nothing but the best. This second half of this year, post Festa, has been such an emotional roller coaster for, I think, so many of us armies, right? One after the other. Like, I think we've just gone through like highs and lows. But that's just how life is, guys. And yes, that's it, guys. That was the reaction. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this with me. And please support this channel. Boracity Magazine is a wonderful channel. Every army should know about this channel and watch this channel's videos. Fantastic. She's absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna sign off now from this video, and yeah, that's it, guys. Bye.
You are the cause of my euphoria.